Roger, can you just tell us a little bit about your background with Pixar and how you kind of became the theme park impresario?
Sure, yeah. You know, I just was a little kid. I loved animation, Disney animation. You know, I saw Pinocchio when I was 4, and I was just like, that.
Right.
And so I just, you know, always drew. You know, I had my Super 8 camera when I was little. And then in the early 80s, there was this new thing called computer graphics, and I got involved in the industry really early. And then basically joined Disney in the mid-90s, worked on Hercules, on that film, animating the Hydra, which was the CG character in the hand-drawn film. And then up in 2001, came to Pixar, and it basically started heading up what we called shorts, which was kind of any original animation outside of the movie. Then we just started getting all these calls from Imagineering. Hey, we need a little animation for this Buzz attraction. Hey, we're thinking about doing this Nemo thing. We're thinking about doing a 12-minute conversation with Crush. And I'm like, wait, what?
Right.
That's not just a piece of animation. Now we're talking about the storytelling. Who is that character that we saw for a moment in the film? And then right on top of that, 3 huge Imagineering projects were greenlit. The Nemo and Seas attraction in Florida, the Nemo submarine reimagination of Walt's submarine voyage, and then the Monster Inc. Laugh Floor in Florida.
Right.
And I just said, I think this is somebody's full-time job.
Right.
Which would be me.
Yeah.
So we created our theme parks group almost 15 years ago, and we've been busy nonstop ever since. And one of the things that's been just amazing in the last few years is building immersive storylands. When we built Cars Land in 2012, and actually even before that, A Bug's Land in 2001 really is the unheralded first immersive single-story land with multiple experiences.
Right.
And then Cars Land obviously blew that out, and then our friends at Universal did Harry Potter, and we're doing it now with Star Wars.
Right.
But this notion of walking into a story and being immersed in it was so exciting. We said, does it have to be 12 acres? Could you do it in a neighborhood? Could you do a small thing, but still enter the story before you get on the attraction? But then we started thinking kind of, okay, but what's the overarching sort of idea of this whole pier? And it had this beautiful turn-of-the-century styling to it. We said, we don't want to just abandon that. And that's really where we came with the idea of Pixar Pier. It was a way to celebrate all the films of Pixar, because our guests are always asking, but why isn't there a Coco thing or a Wall-E thing or something celebrating the shorts? We said, maybe we could create an overarching way of celebrating all those stories.
What would you tell anybody who wants to be, a little kid who wants to be in animation or this kind of theme park storytelling? What's your advice to them?
In life, I just say, find your passion.
Okay.
And if you can find that, you just do it. And it's not a question of, is that money making or not? Just, if you can find something you really care about and are excited, you will find opportunities. So if you love to draw, just draw every day. If you are excited by engineering, and we have extraordinary engineers who helped us create this experience. We have amazing sound design people. We have amazing composers. Michael Giacchino composed an original score for us based on the themes of The Incredibles. And
all the actors came back.
And all the original actors in the film really rolling off of their film recorders would come and go, okay, Brad would hand me, Roger, they're yours. And then we went ahead and extended that world. So really, I think, if you have your passion, just follow it. When I was a little kid in the 1970s, animation was dead. It's hard for people today to believe. It was not an industry, it was over.
Right.
And you only did it because you just could not do it.
Right.
And I'm amazed now we have an animation industry, and that's exciting, but I feel really fortunate that I followed my passion and it led me here.